I'm Adam,
And I'm Kayleigh.
and this is Stuff and Waffle, where for this week only, a husband and wife talk about vans.
What you were going to say then?
What? What, you thought I was going to break up with you on air or something?
No, I thought you were going to talk about vag, but you know.
No, we know that I'm not a fan of the
Vag?
VW brands. Right, I know that you listen non-stop to our episodes,
All the time. Avid listener.
so you know that we've discussed your van.
Of course I know that you've done that.
Yeah, of course
Yep.
you did. Of course you did. Yeah,
The moment it comes out, I
Yeah.
am right there listening.
Well, to fill you in then, we've discussed your van options for you.
Okay.
Hmm.
I didn't tell you about the hearse idea, did I? Or did I? I was going to drive around in a hearse because obviously I sell dead bugs, so it worked quite well, but I thought that might be a bit morbid.
I don't remember that being a thing. Before we go into how much you don't listen to the episodes normally, should probably address the elephant in the room. We're lacking a mic.
We are.
Not the one we're recording with, the actual person. The suspected COVID.
He's got the plague.
We've not got official confirmation yet because he's run out of tests.
Oh, you could have borrowed some of ours.
Wait,
5
don't get him bring in the playground here. But yes, I'm sure we'll get confirmation tomorrow. So yes, that's why we've got Kayleigh instead of a mic. But you do have news. That's why we were on about vans.
Yes.
But before the grand unveiling, the Stuff and Waffle suggestions for you were very much from Mike's camp was lease of electric van.
I couldn't afford one of those. They were fisty price.
So you shot that down.
Well, you know, I would love an electric van, but we were looking at pricing, and the ones we were looking at, what was it? The Citroen Berlingo and the Partner. They were the same.
E-Partner.
Yeah, that was like a £6,000 deposit, and then about 400-500 quid a month. And I'm like, for 2-3 years? No, 5 years, wasn't it? And I wasn't prepared to put that much money.
It's a tricky one because that is a lot of money.
It is.
And yeah, then it's like you say,
and you don't own it at the end, which is always what I've got a problem with. See, I want to pay towards something and have it at the end, whereas you just think, oh, I'll just pay for something and I'll get a new one in a few years.
Yeah, well, that's the perk of it. But we can get into it if you really want. I've got electric technology moves on so quickly. Do you really want to own it?
Yeah, but electric technology moves so quick that surely in 2-3 years my car is going to be old tatty thing, and I've still got 2 more years.
Old tatty? Well, don't make it tatty then.
No,
keep it clean.
Well, it depends if I let Yuki in it or not.
Ah, yes. The listeners don't know what a Yuki is. She's not referring to Yuki Tsunoda. We don't keep him as a pet.
Well, you never know.
No, we don't. We don't have a young Japanese man living in our house. No, the Yuki is the dog, a Chihuahua that sheds hair like it's going out of fashion.
Oh, you enjoyed cleaning my Mini, didn't you?
Oh, we'll get on to the Mini, but yeah, we can have an interlude of 1 hour of hoovering to get dog hair out of it. But yes, that was the electric van was shot down.
No, it wasn't shot down.
Was.
The price was shot down.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Because you know I wanted one, and you know I was looking for one. Plus, also the wait list was like 6 to 8 months.
Welcome to new vehicles.
Yeah, but I want it now.
Yeah, patience is not your thing.
It's not. No.
And my suggestion for vehicle, which was also shot down, again for good reason, but I still want it, is the Cube.
That's shot down.
Size.
No, that wasn't shot down for... Shows how much you listen to your wife, doesn't it?
Why was that not shot down for
That
size?
was shot down because I'd have to take out the back seats.
Oh, but that's what I mean, size.
And... Oh, I thought you meant too big.
Oh, no, quite the opposite.
Plus also I wouldn't be able to fit my gazebo in. And I need to fit my gazebo in, because that was the whole point
I
of
don't-
moving from the Volvo to a van.
Yeah, but the Volvo could fit a gazebo in it.
Yes, but not a child.
You don't normally have to take children.
No, I know.
But yeah, the stuff and Waffle suggestions didn't make it through. And the one thing that I said that I thought probably not a good idea to do.
Oh God, what did you say? What?
Well, I think my actual phrase was, really don't want to be buying a clapped out Citroen Berlingo.
Hey, she's not clapped out. She's
So
gorgeous.
there's the grand unveil. Just to be clear, what has been purchased is a Citroen Berlingo, but it's not clapped out.
No, she's a 2018, so
2016.
Oh,
66 on the plate.
There is 66 on the plate. I did want 69, but they were too expensive. But the one we went to go and see, that was god awful.
Yeah, we did see 2011.
2011, yeah. And that was £700 cheaper than the one we bought.
Yes, it did have low mileage on its side, but nothing else.
Only 20,000 less. Oh, yeah, less.
Which, well, it's still sub 100 on one of those is impressive, especially at, well, what would that have been? 11, 12 years old, that one?
Yeah, it was getting on to about 11, 12, and it needed a new clutch, cam belt. It had massive scratches, back, side, front. Oh, the front had those gorgeous bull bars on, because every Citroen Berlingo needs bull bars on the front and along the side.
Yeah.
And on the top. It wasn't a roof rack, it was like pretty bull bars.
It was just chrome roof bars, that was it. It wasn't even a roof rack, it was literally just the bars.
I will give it the fact that the bars did look nice on the roof, just not on the side or the bottom.
Not shiny things, come on. But yeah, that was a turd. Needed 4 new tyres. They were racing slicks.
No, they were going to put the 4 tyres on.
Yeah,
because it needed it to pass the MOT.
Yeah, you couldn't possibly put 4 new tyres on it if you're selling it when people come and look round the thing. But yeah, that was turd.
The steering wheel. Did you notice that it was literally been chewed pretty much? It was so rough and.
I didn't really pay that much attention. I'd already dismissed it.
Yeah, but how could you not notice when your hand was rubbing over sandpaper?
Yeah, my Volvo one's dirty.
The inside was disgusting.
It was grim. But it's all right. They'd used Mr. Sheen in there, so it absolutely hummed, and every surface was overly slippery, wasn't it?
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was furniture polish.
No.
So that's good. So yeah, we didn't buy that one.
No. Good old Facebook to the rescue. We went on there and found my new baby. I like my new baby.
Yeah, you're happy.
Yeah, but you test drove her and you found out she was all right. And
yeah, absolutely fine.
The clutch wasn't a sponge.
Yeah, there was a biting point. That was a good start.
Well, yeah, but the other one had a biting point, just a mil from the top.
Yeah, so we've ended up with the 2016 Citroen Berlingo, the 1.6 HDI blue, I think they call it, don't they?
Yeah.
But yeah, full service history, tip-top condition. You're happy, so I'm happy.
Yeah, the only thing is she squeals when I try and brake. I've had her a week and I've already found a problem. But it's when you're going fast and then you put your foot down on the brake and it does a little bit of a squeak and then it stops. So I don't know if it is a stone trapped in it.
That would happen all the time. No, probably just maybe a hint of copper grease wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, maybe something like that.
But no, it's a good purchase. It was very honest. The people we bought it from were not arseholes.
No, they were lovely people.
But he was quite short, so he didn't see the roof was dirty.
Yeah, I think they missed washing the roof a few times.
Yeah, everything else had been washed and waxed, and then someone no one there could see the top.
No, that was the first thing my dad noticed, though, because obviously being 6'7".
Oh yeah, but he operates
in a dirty roof.
Yeah, he operates in a different atmosphere to the rest of us. So yes, that's what you've ended up with. You're happy. You've used it for nearly 2 weeks now.
Yeah, and I've done some long journeys. Well, I say long journeys, about an hour away from here. And I've managed to fit all of my stuff in. So gazebo, tables, crates, boxes, frames.
People,
yep.
You got all the toys as well. You got what is it, Enterprise spec? So
I got the
you've
Enterprise
got all
spec, yeah.
your aircon, your infotainment, your CarPlay.
Just where we live, there's no point in having DAB radio, because signal's shit round here.
Yeah. You're all right if you stood still.
No, even then.
No, but that's right.
FM radio for the win.
No, or just use Spotify, you're right.
Well, I mean, I'm still on Spotify, so I use the Apple Play thing, but it keeps jumping and does like a double, and then carries on singing, and it's like, oh, good.
That must be your phone because I drove it once last week and it didn't do that for me.
Yeah, but I don't think my phone's set up correctly.
No.
But you ain't touching it.
I think it might be full of too many apps.
Yeah, it probably is actually.
Yeah, you're not a fan of deleting.
Shh.
No.
Hey, I have the space. I may as well use it.
I'm saying nothing. Right. Not only have you got your new van.
That's in silver.
So it matches your Mini.
I didn't actually think of that. Yay! You need a black roof now. Ooh.
No. Can't get the paint out.
No,
yeah.
we need to get the black strips at the top. Need to find some of those black strips to take off my roof rack.
Yeah, it does have a full-on roof rack at the minute. It needs to go back to original, just bars for the time being.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can sort that. It also means the Volvo's back doing absolutely nothing.
Poor thing.
But it's back together as a car. It's got the use of its seats and boot. Well, I say boot is full of recycling, but other than that, it's fine.
You even put in the boot cover as well.
Oh, yeah, the load cover's in there for the first time in 6 months. So, yeah, that's all right. But, no, what I was going to say was your Mini's in good repair as well, finally.
I know. It looks shiny.
You've not even
I've not even used it, no. I've been too busy playing with my new toy.
Which is a shame, but it is good. That was, 12 hours work?
I don't know, I was at work, so...
Yeah, it's a fair old stint.
Yeah, you did come home late, but she did look good.
Yeah.
But there's a few things that you couldn't do, unfortunately.
Yes, I don't know whether it's a BMW thing, but amusingly, we couldn't get... it wasn't one of the 4 securing bolts for the discs. It was, I don't know what the other... a weird one. Rob would know the specific name for it, because he should get credit for doing quite a bit of the work.
Probably called a flange McNut. Everything's called a flange.
Yeah, don't say that. I need to remain composed. But Harry has done the rear brakes already for us.
Yeah.
And opted to not put the pain in the arse bolt back in, because I'd imagine he screamed getting the rear ones out. So, like,
he can look forward to that, can he?
yeah, poor sod. I'm going to give that to when it's MOT time and go, in the boot are the discs and pads. I can't undo the sodding bolt. Can you please do it? Because we Rob found the socket bit for it. It was like a Torx bit socket, and we twisted 2, putting so much force on it. So yeah, those 2 sockets no longer function.
That'd be right. I'm sure you'll find something that can use it. The bin.
Yeah, the bin. Yes, I must buy him some sockets.
Lidl are selling
I'm
sockets
not buying
at the
him
moment.
Lidl sockets. No. We'll get ones that won't break the second you use them. So what else did we do to it? Service, coolant flush.
You tried the
fluid
clutch.
Flush. The clutch just needs a new one. That's as simple as that. That can be a Harry job too. He can also enjoy getting to the slave cylinder.
Looked like you enjoyed that.
No, we didn't succeed getting to the slave cylinder because we took out all your battery and ECU just to remove the battery box, and only to discover that every bolt that holds it in does not come out. They just spin.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
BMW.
Oh, yeah, quality. At no point did BMW think, should we make a Mini and how cheap can we make it?
What did you say wasn't attached?
Airbox wasn't attached. Someone had broken one of the attachment points and left the bolt in it. And the other bit other attachment point that was fully functioning didn't have a bolt in it. So
Nailed it.
So we swapped that round, so it's at least attached to the car now.
God.
But that's fine. Yeah, that's.
Oh, did you ever find that bolt that I dropped into the engine from the battery?
No, I couldn't get the battery box out. I'm sure that's long gone.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and Harry had already put a new bolt in anyway.
Yeah, he had. Bless him.
So that's good. What else did we do?
You shine the roof.
Not just the roof. The whole
No, I
car
know
was
you-
machine polished.
And
Well,
the lights.
we did. Yeah, Rob did the lights. He absolutely nailed those. We wet and dried them. Used 3M compound with the polisher and then ceramic coated them.
I haven't seen because you kind of drove it against our garage because we've got 3 cars now.
That's where it lives at the moment. Yeah, no, we did. We clayed it, washed it, machine polished it, and waxed it.
You used the small machine polish, didn't you? Because you said Guy's one was too big.
Yeah, that was a bit big. That was, yeah. We just used Rob's one. And Rob did the grey. Well, it's meant to be black trim. It was grey. It's black again now.
It looks really good.
Yeah, that was.
Did you do the front bits? The scuttle?
No,
scuttle grid.
I know the bits you mean. Just couldn't get to because it's so thin. You couldn't get a coating on it.
Yeah, they look like they're brittle. I'm going to replace them.
Yeah,
anyway.
they just need replacing.
Might find some bright pink ones. No, I'll get some black ones.
Probably not. Yes, that sounds very good. What else did we do? Well, yes, I already touched on the fact that an hour of hoovering to get white dog hairs out of. Oh, I did not love it. I did not love. Yeah, on the rear seats, we've got the. It's only 2 seats in the back, and in the centre, the sockets for the seatbelts, and they're spring loaded so that when they're in use, they point up, but if they're not, they spring down. So I sprung those up.
Oh, God.
And what was under there was growing.
Oh, for God's sake, bloody kids.
Yes, I don't know what it was, but I put my hand in it and I didn't like it.
I suppose you've got to think, though, we had that car when the kids were 2 years ago. So Eddie was...
Yeah, that was end of 2019 you got that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And yeah.
God, so he was 5.
Yeah, so but that's had a right old clear out and going over, and Rob's OCD was very much put to bed when he finally took the dashboard apart to route your hands-free cable that was draped over
There was nothing wrong with my hands-free cable draped over the steering wheel. Sorry, round the steering wheel so it wouldn't get in my way, and then up the side of the
It got in your way if
pillar.
you needed to use the wipers.
No, it got in your way.
Okay. Well,
just like you didn't like my pink fluffy dice. I took them out just for you.
As a small car and massive dice. I lost an entire bus behind those. So yes, they were a hazard and had to go, I'm afraid.
No, they didn't.
And fortunately, you've stopped putting horrific air fresheners in it. It smells nice in there because of cleaning products. Please don't put anything in there that smells like
I think
arse
I've run out. Oh no, have I run out? No, I think I've got some other ones. I
You
might
thought
be able
you
to put
did.
those. I'll put them in my van. You'll never go in there.
No.
I've got a free black ice one in there. I love the fact it's called black ice.
Why?
Well, I'm guessing they did it driving term.
Oh, okay.
And you skid and crash on black ice.
Yes, that's not the best of names, really, is it?
No.
I like that they've done it, but yeah, it's hazardous.
Mm.
Okay. So you're pleased to have your Mini back, even though you've not used it.
Well, I did want to drive it to work tomorrow, but I'm not allowed because I've got to take a Volvo that no one drives.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Take it for a run before it runs out of battery again.
It'll probably run out of battery tomorrow.
Well, as long as it runs out here, that's the main thing.
Mm.
Otherwise, I've got to bring your van down.
You're going to bring my van down?
Well, if it dies on you when you're in town, I have to bring the van down to start the Volvo. So that's...
Yeah, because, no, what car was it that... No, it was my Mini that died, wasn't it?
Yes.
You had to come down in the Volvo.
Yes, we've had the alternator saga. People know, and we've moaned. And it got called words because you were tired and...
Oh, that was just what I needed after a 3-day week.
It's fine. It got mended eventually.
Full car.
It's all right. when a husband drives a Volvo, I can rescue in these situations.
Well, yeah.
Just can't make it go. Well, but no, it's not strictly true. We got about a mile out of it, and then before it died again, didn't we?
Yeah, because the power steering it went, and I'm like, oh, I can't drive this car.
No.
That was so weird. But the stupid thing is, he came along, charged it up, and could drive it. It's like, well, if I'd known that, I'd have just gone and got a new battery, driven it down there, and wouldn't have had to wait an hour and a half for Matey Boy.
Well, it's just he's got all the kit in it. It's just, there we go.
I did like his starter though; that was good.
Yeah, it's useful. That is. He's the same guy who dragged the Volvo off the drive when it died on its arse a few years back. He's quite well. I suppose.
Didn't it die on its arse because you needed to add some more diesel to it?
No, that was when me and Rob got it off the drive.
Poor Volvo.
Well, that was annoying and a stupid problem to have, but the petrol gauge wasn't even in the red, which was annoying.
What was it at the quarter? Or something?
Yeah, it was absolutely fine. It was the trip computer said, "Oh, you get a couple 100 miles." Like, are you sure?
Yeah, but you've got to think our driveway is so old that you scrape the Volvo every time you come off of it.
Well,
when it's full.
Well, I was going to say when it's full of your stuff. Now it's got a reprieve. It's empty again, apart from cardboard.
But the angle is it's such a steep angle that it was probably at the front, whereas the suck point's at the back or something.
Please don't say suck point. Yeah, and Mike knows the pains of our driveway. When you put the Tesla on, oh my goodness me, the noise. It's fine though. It's fine. There's nothing important on the bottom of those.
Not at all.
Not at all. Not the battery pack.
Exactly.
But he did make a good point. It is like a couple inch thick titanium plate protecting it, so a driveway scrape should be fine.
Should be fine.
Well, none of the double A's fell out when he did it,
Well,
so it's all right. So yeah, you're all set for a vehicle.
Just need to concentrate on yours now. Well, apart from mine going for the MOT in September, but we'll get the stuff sorted.
Concentrate on mine. Which one?
Well, I'm hoping you've only got one. You haven't randomly bought.
I haven't randomly bought it. I just feel like I've inherited a Mini.
You haven't. You leave my baby alone.
Well, you've left her alone.
Yeah, because I'm not really driver. If you want to drive my Mini, you can drive my Mini, but she does need the clutch doing because that is getting. I don't want that to suddenly break. If it breaks, is it like the engine going? It costs more to fix, or
not
just
really.
It's going to hurt when it goes through your shin?
No, it won't do that. No, it'll be fine. There's a bit of life left in it. It's not right at the end of.
Right. Okay.
But it just makes sense if it's going in anyway. Do it now.
It's the same as the brake pads, because obviously Bathwick did they do one of those free checks, but they said my brake pads have got a few thousand miles left.
Oh, more than that. After we had a look at them, they're proper meaty still. But to be honest,
take them back.
No, if we're gonna replace them, we've got them in the boot. They didn't cost us a lot of money for actually quite good parts, so I'll just get them to fit them. It's not the end of the world. Okay, as we've got you here.
Oh God, what? When you say stuff like that, it's like, oh, what is going to come out next?
No, nothing bad's going to come out. But you're here sort of partly as co-host, but partly for me to quiz you as well.
Is it the one with the ice?
No, it's nothing to do with James Bond this time. No, we've had our quiz, so we won't inflict Bond on you again. We're nice. However, everyone else who's been on, who hasn't been in a quizmaster role, has had a few various car-related questions.
Oh God!
And I'm trying to think back, and I don't think I've inadvertently answered any of these questions for you or on your behalf. So,
okay.
First car.
My first car.
Your first car.
My first car was a blue Ford Fiesta with a black plastic rear spoiler and Kenwood in the rear window. It was my nan's. It was the same age as me. what is it, March new cars come out? Or is it January?
Uh,
Obviously, this was 87.
yeah, way back then. I'm going to go with September, actually.
No, because it was made in 87, but I know she was older than me. I'm sure she was like a month or two. She was either a month or two older or younger than me.
Okay, well, somewhere
But
around
she
there.
was the same age. But yeah, it was my nan's, and then it got sent to my cousins, and they got to kev it up.
That makes more sense because
Yeah, I didn't put plastic rear spoiler.
Yeah, but to the
and my nan didn't.
That's the thing. To the listener at that point, it sounded like your nan was well up for some banging tunes on her Kenwood.
No, there was no Kenwood in the car.
Of course not. No. Oh dear.
Yeah, no, the was it? I think it was a tape deck.
Well, of course it was.
Yeah, and did it have a choke? I'm thinking it had a choke as well.
Oh yeah, it would have done.
Yeah,
because that would have been Mark II Fiesta. That one, proper.
She'd
retro.
be worth a hell of a lot now if she hadn't been put into a cube. You could kind of
hell of a lot now. What, in that state? Black spoilers and stickers writing checks its arse can't cash.
Would have taken it off, but
they'd notice. Yeah, but you would have had to hermetically seal that car between then and now for it not to crumble away.
No, she we took it to our friend MOT person at the time, and he took away the carpet in the boot and said, "Oh look, there's the ground." So
it's a theme for those vehicles because Ben had one of those for his first car as well, but I think possibly an 87 as well. And remember, he'd had it probably, I think, about 9 months, and it was MOT time, and we took it in, and I treasure the mechanic's question. He looked at him and went, "You haven't been driving this, have you?" It's like, oh, good.
It's always what you want to hear.
Where's this going? He's like, "I've got it on a ramp. We probably don't want to stand under it for too long," as he pointed out where there was sort of no car left.
Oh, God.
So that was never going to pass an MOT. So yeah, that was good. That was good. Although the mechanic then did sell him a Peugeot 309 that he had sat out the back, which was much better.
Oh.
Well, I say much better. I mean, that only lasted another year, but
at least it wasn't falling apart right at that particular moment.
No, I think it was. It just recently had an MOT that was enough to get it to scrape through, so that's all right. Yeah, so that's a good first car. I like that.
It was a good first car, yeah.
It's proper. I mean, yeah, it did the job, but it's also a shitbox, which is what it should be.
It did the job. Basically, it was a free car, and I was the last one to use it.
That's the thing, isn't it? Because we were reading some bullshit of late and going, people tend to spend, what's it, on average about $4,000 on their first car now.
Jesus Christ. My first car was how much did I buy my first car? Probably about $2,000.
Oh, this is obviously not the Fiesta. That was a hand-me-down. So what?
Yeah, so my first car I ever bought was a Ford Ka.
Ah, you see, that's a good choice.
That was a good choice. I did like my Ford Ka.
Yeah, chuckable little things.
Yeah, it did the job. And
how long did the Fiesta last until you got that?
The Fiesta probably lasted me about a year.
And then it was consigned to the scrap heap.
Well, yeah, because it didn't make it past its MOT, because it came time to MOT. And yeah.
I reckon that was it.
That was it. And so I'm like, shit, I need a car for work. So
yeah,
my dad took me up to the Ford dealers just up the road. And yeah, I saw a little Ford car and went, yes, I do. So
I'll do.
Bought my first car and...
Did you haggle?
Paid monthly on it. Did my father haggle?
Oh, right. I wondered whether you did the deal.
No. Did I haggle? When have you ever known me to haggle?
I was curious. I just wondered whether you'd had a bad haggling experience and that's what put you off. No, he didn't haggle either.
No, he didn't.
He paid sticker price.
I think it was like $19.95. So.
But it was in the window, and he didn't at a dealership.
He said, stick years tax on it and stuff like that. He said, yeah, I'll stick it free. because obviously that was tax disc time.
It was.
Yeah, so I got the free tax disc, which I suppose is always a good one.
Yeah, that's fine.
I wasn't really haggleable at the time though, because I'd been out the night before.
Did you test drive it with a hangover?
Don't even think I test drove it.
Oh, for goodness sake.
I just went, I love that one.
This is not consumer advice. So, you had that. You're happy with that. It's a good choice.
It was a good choice, but you didn't ever see it,
Never saw that, I don't think.
No, because I remember going to a house party with all our friends, and I believe, if I'm remembering this correctly, it was Mr. Sharp that gobbed on the top of my car. I'm very sorry if it wasn't Mr. Sharp. It was probably a med, but I'm sure it was a Mr. Sharp that gobbed on the top of my car when we were at our friend's house, and he went, "It's funny."
Quite amusing.
It's not quite amusing.
It does
I had
sound like
spit
him.
on my car.
It does sound like him.
It did.
It's
yeah.
okay. So that's good. So nice. Was it new to you at that point?
It was about a few weeks old.
That's good. We did actually. There's form for things like that. I think in our second ever episode, I regaled people of when I accidentally pissed all over my mate's Nova.
That doesn't surprise me.
And then
to
it
be
froze,
honest.
and we woke up to that. So that's good.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
But no,
How long do you have that one then?
I didn't have her long because I thought, oh, I know what's going to be tip top.
Oh no! Where does it go from here?
I'm going to buy myself a little Beetle.
Hang on. No, there's an interim vehicle. You've forgotten one here.
No, there isn't.
What about the most tedious vehicle in the land?
Between my Ford Cat and the Beetle.
Your Nissan Primera.
That wasn't my car.
Was it not? I mean,
no, that was my ex's.
Okay.
My ex-ex's.
No,
but
I thought it was a joint purchase.
No, he
okay.
had, because he at the time had was it a Series 1 or 2 Land Rover? It was like the proper old one with the canvas back and
the central light's not on the wings.
Yeah, I think so. And on our first ever date, he took me out to Linton and Lynmouth in the Land Rover. Coming down the hill, clutch went. So we had to freewheel into one of those runoff things that is meant for it and wait for his dad to come and pick us up. So that's
good. Well, it's memorable.
It is memorable, yeah.
No, that's all right then. But okay, that was his car.
No, that was his car. Yeah, because he before that had the older Primera, the one before the spaceship looking one. It did seem like a spaceship inside. I'd never been in something as new as that.
Spaceship.
It looked like a spaceship.
It was full of cheap plastic. It was curvy,
exactly.
cheap plastic.
It looked like a spaceship.
Oh dear. Okay, all right.
Yeah, so no, I went...
Okay, that's fine. So you went straight from your car.
Yeah, I mean, we won't talk about what I did the week that I bought... or that we bought the Primera.
Oh, yeah.
No, you've forgotten about that.
I forgot about that. You could have got away with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did give that a little reverse into something, wasn't it? What did you something was sticking out, wasn't it?
Something sticking... I went down a road closed sign. Oh, road closed road. One of them, you know. Yeah. And because nothing had actually been happening before, and I'd done it before, but this time they were actually working on the road.
You break the rules.
So I broke the rules.
Oh dear.
And I paid for it. And
no, his car paid for it.
His car paid for it. Yeah, so I reversed probably at the wrong point, and there was a bit of corrugated metal sticking out of the hedge. And I, with reversing camera,
no, you probably should have left that detail out.
Reversed into this corrugated thing and bent the back corner in. I mean, if he'd have got a little suction thing, he'd have been able to pull it out.
What is it with... You couldn't have hit it from behind and just knocked the
No,
dent.
because you couldn't get in there. You couldn't get your hand up and round and in. You actually had to drill something in and
straight for the suction.
pull it out.
Right.
But yeah, because I was on my way to pick him up. He wasn't best pleased when I turned up with a dent in the back of his brand new car. He told me to get out of the front seat very quickly.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, and then we broke up, and I had to pay him to get that rear wing sorted.
Oops.
It's all good though, because he, I think it was a few months later, my sister had seen him and smashed in back window because he'd closed the door with the dog gate open.
Tit. Good. That went
Pretty good going.
Yeah, nailed that.
But no, between my Ford Ka, not between,
after
was my Beetle. And I went looking at the VW garage for a Beetle. And he's like, oh, we haven't got any hard tops in at the moment. We've got a soft top. And obviously, soft tops aren't as structurally like strong as a hard top. And I'm like, yeah, but it's not very good, is it? It's kind of dangerous and all that if you roll. But he's like, no, take it for a test drive, see what you think. Fucking loved it. Roof down. But I didn't buy that one. I think I went down to Liscard to get ours.
Part of me wants to say
mine.
It was Truro from paperwork. Still, Cornwall. Yeah, and you did. You bought that one.
Yeah, she was all right.
Well, it never went wrong.
She never went wrong, and I managed to get a pushchair in the back of that.
And we've discussed that's been on the podcast before about people panicking when they have children and going, I must buy a massive car, and going, well, that was instantly proved wrong.
Yeah, exactly, because there was me in the front, there was you either in the front or in the back, but the pushchair would either, if it was just me and the eldest, she would go in the front, and obviously I'd go in the front because she wouldn't be driving.
Yeah.
And the pushchair could just lay across the back, or I could pick the pushchair up. And we're talking a big.
Yeah, it
one
was
of these
massive.
Big ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't one of those fold up into a little like pocket cushion one.
No, it was massive.
But you could fit in the back. Okay, probably not comfy, but you could fit in the back with the pushchair next to you, and we'd get out and go shopping.
Yeah, it was fine. All this nonsense of going must have a tank.
Yeah, no, you don't need a tank.
No, all nonsense. And that you had that for ages, actually.
I did. The only reason we got rid of it was because the loan and the car.
Yeah.
I should never have got a loan. I should have done finance or something on it.
Yeah, but and at the time as well, we got company cars then, didn't we?
You did, yeah.
So that was a bit. I mean, I say a cheaper option. It wasn't. My tax bills used to be horrific.
You learnt to drive in that Beetle, though.
I did, yeah.
You learnt to curb really quite closely to the curb in that Beetle.
Yeah, I gave it a scratch.
You did, or 2 or 3, or a massive dent in the side of my poor little.
There's one massive one in the side. I gave it a good old paintwork gouge. That's the only one I did.
Yeah. We're talking like the length of the car, though.
Wasn't it just the length of the door? Yeah, I'm not denying it. I did. I did that. Much in the way that you had some corrugated thingy sticking out. There was a fucking big branch sticking out that I didn't see.
Yeah.
And they got ad, which was I was peeved about that. I mean, not as peeved as you were, but it's just.
Had you passed at the time?
No.
Or... No, we had the L plates on, didn't we? Yeah. But to be honest,
it did the job, and she flogged it for decent money as well. So.
Yeah, I flogged it to a car dealer actually. Didn't
I? He was well happy. He was going to flog it up country and let him have the hassle of doing it. But yeah, it was good.
Let's have a look, see if I can remember the number plate, see if it's actually still being driven around or.
Yeah, can't remember off the top of my head. I know the sort of Rain Man thing normally kicks in, and I can remember, but I can't right now.
No.
But yeah, that did you for ages. And
Well, yeah, because we only went down to a one car, didn't we? You had the Civic. No, what did you have?
oh, the Accord. Yes, we've
The Accord, then you went
discussed
to
the
the
Accord,
Civic.
then the Civic.
I like the Civic. The Civic boot, Jesus Christ, it's like a TARDIS.
Yeah, that was all right. That was all right. Just gutless. That's the only problem with it.
Yeah, but wasn't it like 1.6 or
It's
something?
a 1.8, but it's a
Oh.
VTEC, so you had to rev the nuts off it to get any performance out of it. But if you did that, you could watch the fuel gauge go down. So swings and roundabouts. Oh no, I didn't have to pay for the fuel, but still, it was an inconvenience.
And then it was my little yellow.
Oh, now that is well
Yellow
documented on here.
beast. I loved that little yellow beast.
I don't get me wrong, I did not slag it. Phil slagged it and continues to.
Why? There was nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, but it just wasn't for him. I know he likes a Rover product, but that was too far in one direction for him, I think.
No, I liked that one. That did us proud for a few years.
Yeah, that cost not a lot and didn't cost a huge amount to run it, and then it shat itself like they all do.
No, it didn't. It nearly did.
Yeah, it didn't go out in spectacular style, but it was about to. That all of the coolant went into the engine, but not in the correct coolant channels. It went in where the oily bits go. So yeah, that was not its first head gasket.
No, I think if we'd have had the money, we could have sorted it. But at the time, it was just like
that was mid lockdown, and we're like, yeah, we're saving money at this point, not spaffing it.
Yeah.
Amusingly, I said to you when we did the Mini, it looks like that's had head gasket at some point. Which.
But you said you don't think anything got into it.
Well, I think it got repaired okay. It's just it was just the expansion tank had all the gunge in it, and we were like, "Uh-oh, when we drain the coolant, are we going to find oily bits? Is it gone in our ownership?" But no, it hadn't. So.
Right, well, that's okay.
It's just whoever done it had obviously gone to the trouble of paying to have the head gasket done, but they just hadn't cleaned up, really.
Right.
For the sake of one bolt, removing it and giving the tank a bit of a scrubbing with a knackered old toothbrush, I think Rob used on it, and it's job done.
But I mean, does that affect the resaleability of because obviously classic cars are going up in price, and I'm hoping that this one, because it's an R50, it's one of the, it's not the Y Reg that is really sought after because they're the first ones. It's the one after that.
Yeah,
but I'm hoping it's going to be worth something.
Yeah, people say it's worth it, but the thing is, we bought it when it was worthless.
Yeah, so we bought it for $1,000.
And anything else is just a bonus. I think there's no point in getting rid of it.
I always said I didn't want a Mini. I wanted the proper Mini, the old school.
That's all I could stretch to at the time. You have to have a BMW one wireless.
No, because at the time was it before the MG or before the Mini that I was looking at the MX? Was it the MX-5s?
You had a look at MX-5s briefly. I know you looked at RX-8s around Beetle time.
No, it was 7s, wasn't it?
Oh,
I don't think 8s were out at the time.
No, it would have been 8s. 7s would have been a pipe dream even then, I think.
No, because it was the one with the big door and then the small little...
Yeah, that was the RX-8.
Oh, okay. I quite like them.
Don't get me wrong. They look cool and then they make a nice noise, but...
You said I would have broken it very quickly.
You would have broken it within an instant because you have to constantly feed them. And you would have ignored it and then went, "Oh, it's blown up."
That's all right. My dickhead of an ex would have looked after it because he knew all about cars.
Good.
Wait, no, he didn't.
Good. That's all right then.
Yes.
Where did we get to? I forgot. I lost my train of thought. We were doing Beetles. Oh, MGs and blowing up Minis, future classics. There we go. Grandad's brains caught up.
No, because we keep looking at all these cars. And what was the ones that we were looking at that have now gone stupid price? It was the Mazda MX-5s, because it wasn't the Uranus.
Yeah, the import ones.
It wasn't those ones, it was the UK ones we were looking at. But they've gone stupid price now.
Everything has, so it's the problem. Yeah, you can't... It's very difficult to jump on a bandwagon. I think the closest we've got is that Mini, so let's not be flogging it just yet.
No, I mean, even if it doesn't go up, at least we might have had a classic car that went up in price.
Well, we bought it cheap. I don't think it's ever going to get any cheaper.
No.
And they are quite sought after. I know you said about the biplates, but someone said there's only about between 700 and 800 of those at the time. And obviously, not all of those will have lasted.
But they also did say that there was a big major flaw with the Y. I can't remember what it was, but with my one, they got rid of that problem. And it worked better or something, so I don't know.
Yeah, it seems... Touchwood yours seems all right.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, so we'll persist with that. I suppose that catches us up, though, because we know about the MG, and then the Mini was next, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then the van, the big talking point of the episode. But I suppose the final question for you then.
Oh, God.
What would you have if you go, right, I've got the money in the bank. What can I have? Something tasty.
Eleanor.
Oh.
She's pretty.
No. That is a GT500 with fiberglass tat.
No, she is gorgeous, but I don't know what I would have. I like the E-types, the old.
You want a Series 1?
Yeah.
4.2.
Those ones look all right, but there's a gorgeous yellow Mustang that goes round, and you don't like it. I think it's 2019, is it?
Yeah, we've discussed this as well, going, right, because the guy down, the school run cars come up a lot. The guy who's got the blue Mustang down there.
Oh, is there a blue Mustang
There's a
now?
blue Mustang down there as well. And you go, right, you, being female, can get away with a lot more than we can.
He can't get away with that.
Because you could almost hear the chorus of Bell End as he drives past. And go, it's nothing against him whatsoever, but no bloke can get away with driving that car. No matter what age group you're in or what you look like, you're going to hear a chorus of Bell End follow you anywhere you go. But if a woman drives it,
there you go.
You got a free pass. We said probably like E-Type, something like that. A bloke can get away with driving because people appreciate the way it looks, and it's not strictly a posers class. Someone will go, "Oh, yeah, I quite like a classic."
I don't know. I think because like a lot of the Porsche. Well, I don't know how you say it.
You can say Porsches. Porsche is, if you were German, that's how you say it.
I know.
Right.
I don't know the way you say it though, because
I don't discriminate either way. However you like.
A lot of the guys driving that, they look fine. They don't look.
I think you're in the minority there because you
Think?
get. I mean, it wouldn't bother me if I had one. I'd drive it. So I don't care what other people think. Bollocks to them.
Well, that's what a lot of people think. But you got to think a lot of people are looking at it going, "Oh, I wish I had that one." He's a Belland, so it's just jealousy.
Yeah, there is a lot of that, and blokes are terrible for that sort of thing.
You are, yeah.
Yeah, we'll judge a book by its cover, and then yell out.
No, I honestly don't know what car. We're gonna finish this recording, and I'm gonna go, oh yeah, that one would have been it.
But there's nothing exotic out there. I mean, an E-Type's quite exotic, but classy too.
1989 Batmobile.
I'm not entirely sure you're going to park that anywhere around here.
No, I know, but it does look bloody cool.
Yeah, no, it has to be a production vehicle. Let's go with that.
Okay. See, I don't know. It really is a hard one when you don't really know cars. Because all my answers have been shot down.
Yeah, but you know what you like. You can have an Eleanor if you want. It's just a sort of point because the GT500s are wonderful cars, and someone just stuck stuff to it, and those stupid lights.
I don't know. I just
saw
it in the film and went, "Yep, I'll have that one."
Oh, product placement. That's what
it is. Product placement.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Hang on.
We're going off on a tangent.
No, we're not going off on a tangent. I'm going to show you a picture
of
what I believe it was a 68. GT500 should look like when it's not covered in all of the plastic ball backs.
Okay, now show me Eleanor. I would have sworn that wouldn't have been Eleanor.
What do you mean?
Go back to the blue one. No, I like that.
Good.
Yeah, no, that I would have that one.
Okay, so
yeah.
that's fine. That's good because that's original and tasty, whereas that's.
I like it in the blue. It looks nice in the blue.
It does. It does look very nice. Do you want a green?
No, I don't want the green.
Don't tell Ben.
Is that the one? No, he didn't have that one.
No,
did he?
he had a 66.
Yeah, but his looked nice in the green. But that one, I don't know. That one doesn't look.
Well, you'd have to go and say, right, if you're in Mustang territory, Ben had a 66 where the styling of the front and rear end was much more subtle and nicer, in my opinion. Would you like to see one?
Go on.
Oh, that's the wrong number. There we go. As is that.
1968 8.
88. No, I want the 66. I don't want colours. I want a fastback.
What's that? Is that what Ben had?
That's what Ben had. That's exactly what he had.
Really?
Not in that colour, but that's exactly what he had. Because it's the GT, because it's got the spotlights, it's got the emblems.
Hang on, the one next to it, isn't that Ben's car?
No.
Okay.
That's blue.
Right, so what are we... I don't understand the question. What's the question?
Which styling do you prefer? Because they changed... It's 66 with a cut-off, and then 67 they changed to the...
I like that.
You prefer... Right, okay, there you go.
I prefer the 68. Go back to 66.
Okay.
Yeah, no, 68.
Yeah.
I'll have a 68 in blue, or can I see it in another colour, please?
You could go full Steve McQueen and have it in green, couldn't you?
I don't think those red stripes. You showed me a red car. I said red. The white stripes on the green look good.
That happens to be a GT350, but you take the point for the colour.
Not too sure about the red. Keep going. Oh, how about that white one?
The white one.
The white with the blue stripes. I like that. Yeah.
Good. What we got? Now you've had a look at green. What's this? Black?
No.
No. It didn't do very many colours.
Have we got it in a nice pink at all? Oh, that's a nice blue.
Which one?
No, the really light one. I'm guessing that's a custom one.
Which one am I looking at?
The one that the mouse is over.
I think that's the same blue, just a better photo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I'll have it in the blue, please.
Right. That's what you'd have.
That's what I'd have.
Okay, good.
Yep.
I'm happy with that.
Okay. Back in your box.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we don't have to have the Nick Cage special, which is ideal.
No, but to be honest, I'm not into cars. I would have said that is what I saw in the movie. So.
Well, you did at the end.
Oh, is that because they put it back to original?
No. Do you remember right at the end of Gone in 60 Seconds, where they're all having the barbecue at the end, and Vinnie Jones talks for the only time in the film, and then Kip Raines gives Memphis Raines some car keys and said, "I've bought you a present," and bought him an actual car rather than nicking it, and it's a rusty clapped out one like that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like that. How much do I have to save up?
God, I dread to think. With current prices, probably millions. I don't know. No, not that bad. I'd say probably under 100.
That's all right. I'll have 4.
Oh God, no. So we'll have a Shelby Mustang 19. Still can't put the number first. There we go. 1968 for sale.
That's an auto.
Well,
Are they all
a lot
autos?
of them will be. There you go. There's
a stroker. No, I don't want it in red.
Okay, but let's
I don't want it in red. I want it in blue.
You can have it in blue.
The other one's blue.
Okay, that's
the stroker is in blue.
That's a 350 as well.
Look the same.
No, that's a 350.
So they changed it for the 350.
Slightly. No, doesn't have quite as many nostrils or intake.
187,500.
That's, mind you, that's not the price of that one. That's what they're saying the market is at, roughly.
That's still a hell of a lot of money.
Okay, that's definitely more than I was expecting. So, Okay, save your pennies, sell some more bugs, then you can have one. But okay, well, I think we'll let you off there then. So not only have we grilled you about your van, but you did that in co-host style. We had talked about that, but now you've been grilled as a guest as well.
I know.
I think all the guests have been grilled about car history. Not all of them have been grilled about the car they want, but.
Well, what other questions have you got? Because you
Well, the problem
it sounded like you had a whole list of them.
Yeah, but the problem is we think back to the episodes of when we did guess and go, actually, probably didn't actually ask that many questions. In my head, like you set Phil off going, what's your car history?
Oh, Christ, he's had multiple.
I think in the 40s, I think it came out.
Jesus. He does love cars, though, doesn't he?
He does. So, yeah, in my head, we think, I must have reeled off a load of questions, but probably not, actually.
No.
Just set him off and away he goes. What did we do? Rob was fairly similar. He hasn't had as many, but he's had quite a lot of interest in vehicles. Yeah. So that's good. Then we did similar for Matt when he was on, and mind you, we did have a tangent for Matt at the end because I know he's quite a fan of old school Formula One. So
right,
I was away in my element. Mike got bored at that point, I think. That's not for him.
Yeah. You do love your sports, though, don't you?
Yeah,
your motorsports.
Yeah, but you like that too.
I don't know. I think it's a bit boring now.
No.
No, that they're like they go into the pits and it's like, oh look, there was a 3-4 second change.
Right. No. I thought you meant motorsport in general. I thought, Formula One is a little bit dull. It does need jazzing up.
A little bit dull.
Okay. Yeah, it's dull.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than it has been, but it is still dull.
Yeah, I'll give it that. But it needs to take things from other things. Like I said, 4 people on a car at once, like in WEC.
Yeah.
Yes, WEC, yeah.
Because
we worked out that there's 4 for a corner.
Yeah, what was it? 4 per corner, wasn't it? Yeah, because we got
2 people holding it in the middle.
Yeah, you got 1 for wheel on, 1 for wheel off, gunman, and then kind of
spare
gunman.
You have the man with the sign that says, come here.
Yeah, you got your lollipop man, you got your front jack man, your rear jack man. You spotted 2 people just holding it.
Yeah, there was 2 people just holding the side of the car, and I'm like, wow.
Mind you, I suppose you can see why they do that, because it is on the jacks, and while they're relatively stable, as long as you're holding it still, well, you got 2 teams either side attacking it with pneumatic tools.
No, yeah, I can.
But still, it is a bit overkill.
Yeah. So what have we got? 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20, 22 people on a car
to change 4 wheels.
No wonder they do it in like 6 seconds.
No, they do it.
4 seconds.
Alpine had the best one this season in Spain, I think it was. It was 2.5 seconds.
That's ridiculous. I think it should be 4 people touching the car at once.
What, with no pneumatic drills, tools even, wheel brace.
What does no WEC use pneumatic things?
They do, but I just thought might as well make it harder.
No, do it like they do. But also, I think they should be allowed 1 full tank of petrol. Now, whether they want to put that all in the car at once, so they have quick pit stops with the tyres, or whether they do like half a tank or a quarter of a tank right at the beginning, and then go really quickly.
That's fair. Yeah. I think they should be taking note. You can send an email to Ross.
I've tweeted.
No, you need to go to the man himself. I don't think he does Twitter.
No one tweeted back though, or liked it. So.
Well.
But no, I think something like that could jazz up.
It could.
F1.
It does need a little bit of jazzing up. What else with it? You say about the wheel guns. It would be nice if on the grid when they get their tyres put on before they start, get the air guns to do them up.
And then you use a spanner. One of those big tyre irons.
That's it. And then when they get to the first pit stop, you have to undo it by hand. That I'd watch.
That would be funny.
That would. Yeah, I'd take your point on all that because it does get a bit tedious.
Is the new rule, I think it's coming in next year, where they're not allowing the tyres to be heated. Is that not going to be dangerous? Because haven't tyres always been heated, or is it just coming for the new ones?
No, they've always been on the blankets, but
back in Shuey's time they were.
Yeah, they've been tyre blankets for as long as you can remember, really. But
I don't understand why they're taking it away then.
I got to think before a pit stop or whatever, they sit in the blankets, so it's going to mean there has to be a bit of skill to get a bit of temperature in the tyres when they come out of the pits.
Yeah, but I don't know.
We'll see. It'll either be fine, or the first race they'll all end up in a wall and they go, "Oh yeah, bring the blankets back."
I think they're going to all end up in a wall because obviously they've had so many years of having blankets that you're just going to automatically forget.
I don't know what the reasoning behind it is. I've not bothered researching it, but I wonder if some of it
save electricity.
That was what my thinking was, because they must leave racks of these tyres plugged in, sapping electricity.
Yeah, but why don't they put like massive amount of solar panels on top of the grid bits and then just have battery packs?
Well, that'd work.
I'm sure they could talk to Tesla and say, "Hello, can I have a big battery pack, please?" And then Elon can go, "No, fuck off."
Yeah, he probably would.
He probably would.
I don't think I've ever seen him rock up at a Formula One race.
No.
I can't imagine that interests him in the slightest. You said you don't enjoy motorsport then, but you don't enjoy Formula One because it's boring. The rest of the stuff I watch, you love that.
Oh, what, Le Mans? 24 hours of that, of you burping and farting and me coming down in the morning and it's, oh, God.
That is one small aspect of it.
No, if it's on in the room, I will sit and watch. Just like you've shown me new YouTube channels and...
Oh yeah, you like Mighty Car Mods.
Sake.
You love Mighty Car Mods.
In the bin.
You love it.
Yes.
It's not even joking. You actively watch that.
I actively watch it. And Ammo. He's actually really quite therapeutic,
yeah,
though.
You've got to love a bit of Larry.
But he's the same as me watching my pressure washing people. I love pressure washing.
Yeah, similar thing, yeah.
It's calming and relaxing. As long as they're doing it right.
Well, he only does it right.
No, I mean for the pressure washing.
Oh, okay.
If they're leaving bits, then yeah.
What's that? You're going to leave venomous comments? Your pressure washing is well shit. Yeah.
That's why I bought the pressure washing game.
That's true.
But yeah, advertising doesn't work.
No, apparently not. As well as the advertising doesn't work when watching Larry's Ammo NYC channel and within minutes buying Car Detailing Simulator. At no point does he plug in every video.
No, that one I got bored of. I did, because that one's the same thing over and over. I was hoping that you'd actually get to put on, you'd like lather on the stuff and then use the machine to clean it off. But no, it's all...
Have you unlocked his workshop yet?
I know it's DLC that you buy. I haven't got that far in it yet. So I should try his DLC, see if that's actually you put the stuff on and rub it in.
But there has to be something said, though, for a game that you can go back to and go, right, okay, I know I'm doing the same thing over and over, but that's like a familiar friend when you want a calm moment.
But I suppose you could say the same thing for pressure wash or power wash simulator.
It's the same thing.
It's literally cleaning dirt off. It's probably even worse than the car detailing simulator. But I love doing that skate park. That's my favourite one.
Are you on commission?
Nope.
Maybe you should be. There you go. No, I think we'll put you out of your misery now. For someone who wasn't fussed about cars and was apprehensive, you did exceedingly well. And I'm appreciative for you being a stand-in co-host. But the timing was excellent because out of everyone, you've just bought a new car, van type thing. So you actually have car news.
I do, yeah.
So that comes in handy. And the fact that we've been talking about that story for months, maybe now. And you can put everyone out of their misery. Well, and you have put everyone out of their misery. So.
Or put people into misery because they've probably bought a Citroen Berlingo and gone, don't do it, don't do it, don't. Oh, she did it.
Well, so far so good.
So far so good. Touch wood.
Yeah, all of that. It's good, and I'll keep you posted. Don't you worry.
I need to put my stickers on it next.
Oh, it's sign writing. I was like, hang on, what stickers are going? No, it's fine. Okay, that's good. Yeah,
sign writing.
Yes, company
I'm sure
logos.
I can find some stickers.
Well, yeah, we got plenty of car stickers that I've still not put on my car.
Yeah, but it sounds like you're getting rid of your Volvo.
I'm not getting rid of it. As everyone knows on here, I said it sort of breaks every now and then, but while it works, I'm just using it.
Well,
I'm
yeah.
not throwing money at it. I'm just using it. That's all that's going to happen.
Yeah,
And that is the extent of my Volvo plan.
It is a good little car, though.
Does
That's
the
the thing.
job.
I fit a whole bloody fish tank in that car.
That was a massive fish
That
tank.
was a massive fish tank. That was like a 1200 mil. 1200 mil long by, I think it was either 600 or 900.
I think it was even
proper reef tank.
I get a
fit
feeling it
in
was
there.
longer than that.
Was it?
I really do. I think it was
Maybe
like,
1800.
I think it was 18. It's massive. Whoa, my God, did that weigh a thing?
Oh, we were crying lifting that.
Yeah,
in
me
the
and
car.
you brought that in the car. Well, from the car to the house, and I was.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what Grandad's like at the best of times. But
luckily, that was the time I was weightlifting, so it wasn't too bad.
yeah, both of us were in reasonable shape.
I couldn't do that now.
No, that would have been smashed on the floor and just gone to bed.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a trusty steed. It's done that. It's done Le Mans trips. It's done various, I don't know, kids trips. We've done.
It might take you to the next Le Mans.
It might well do. If she's behaving, why not?
Yeah, get her stickered up again. I liked her when she was stickered up.
Yeah, that turned some heads.
Yeah.
Which is the fact that we left them on the whole year, so didn't have to buy them again the second year. It was fantastic.
That was good. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that was, and the best thing I think we'll end on the amusing bit of where Rob didn't come the second year, but his name was still on the side, and I just put some electrical tape over it. And I remember being in the queue for the ferry at Plymouth, and they went, "Oh God, is he dead?" They yelled across where you all sat waiting. They yelled across, "Oh God, did he die?" He went, "No, he works in Alfred's." Because he had an interim job at the time and couldn't afford to attend. And yes, that was an amusing moment. But yeah, thank you for coming on, Willow.
That's good.
And well, you did so well. You're going to be back, I think.
Oh God.
Yep, we'll find something out.
I'll buy another car. Not you, I will.
Yeah, I was going to say, at no point have I bought. No, me and Mike have never bought a car during podcast.
No, you haven't.
You have, Dawn has. We haven't. One day, Stuff and Waffle will buy their own car. That's it from us this week. Big thanks to Kayleigh for stepping in for the unwell Mike. He'll be back on top form next week. Check us out on social media. We're on Instagram and Twitter, or feel free to give us an email at info@stuffandwaffle.co.uk.